Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Manchester, and welcome to what for me is probably top to bottom the best fight card put on in the UK this year. This is incredible. We are surrounded by belts here. We are surrounded by fighters who are in the most important fights of their life. It's all happening this Saturday night, live on TNT Sports from 6 o'clock. Yes, early start, because there's just so many fights. AO Arena, Manchester, and truly, we cannot wait for this one. Look around, so much gold, so much silver that wants to become gold. It truly is a brilliant fight card. 7 magnificent title fights, the Magnificent 7 ride again. We're going to talk to first an English heavyweight title fight. Everyone's talking about the heavyweights right now, and where better to start with the heavyweights. Big Sol Dacres. Is it Dacres or Dacres? I always get this wrong.
Dacres.
It's confirmed now. Sol Dacres, a new Queensberry signing, new TNT signing, English heavyweight champion. Yeah. Big night for you on Saturday. Tell us how you're feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Like you say, my first fight with Queensberry, defend my English title and get the ball rolling. Seeing all this shiny, but I don't know where my English title is, man. Could have got it on the table or something. I know it's not quite the WBC, but I'm looking forward to defending it.
Michael Webster. Now, I spoke to you a little bit earlier about him. You actually know this fella. That's who you're taking on. He's 9-0, unbeaten records. Tell me what you know about him.
Yeah, a little bit. I've done a couple of rounds sparring with him back on GB. He was on there for a little bit. He was the weight class below. He was all right kid. He's turned pro. He's undefeated. And that's all I can really say about him, to be honest.
And you've been in Tyson Fury's camp. You were in the camp for the Ngannou fight, the Derek Chisora fight as well. It feels like you are picking up a lot of kind of experience and knowledge, which is helping you. Tell me about that. Yeah,
definitely. Tyson's top of the game. Very awkward, tricky. Big customer. So sparring for me, it's second to none with him. So I've picked up great experience there. And like you say, it's just going to bring me on and bring my game on, early into my professional career.
You were out in Saudi, of course, and I know that kind of firsthand because I interviewed Fabio Wardley after he beat David Adelaide, and you jumped in on the interview. You said you want a piece of him. Tell us about this.
Yeah, I'm in boxing to win titles. He's got the British title, and it's something I'm after. But my first focus is Saturday night. Without getting these wins every fight, your opportunities are not going to come. So get my win there, and I'm chasing the British title. English title, British title. It's a natural route.
Obviously, your focus is very much on Saturday night, but I would like to get your thoughts on what did you think of that fight, the Wardley-Adelaide fight?
It went how I thought it would go. To be honest, I was edging towards Wardley before, and from what I've seen, there's nothing really surprised me about it.
And you reckon you can beat Fabio Wardley?
I wouldn't be going for the fight if I didn't think I could win. I've got all confidence in my own abilities. It's just a matter of getting me in the ring.
Okay, all right. And what we're going to see on Saturday night when Sol Dacres makes his Queensberry TNT debut?
Just going to see the all-round heavyweight package in the ring. Boxing IQ, speed, skills, power, all of it, and hopefully it all comes together on Saturday night and put in a great performance and show Queensberry's got another dangerous heavyweight on the cards.
I like that a lot. Thank you very much. Can't wait for that English Heavyweight Championship on the line on Saturday night. Let's keep it moving. We're going to go down a few weight divisions. We're going to go to the featherweight division where British and Commonwealth Featherweight Champion Nathaniel Collins, who isn't with us today unless he's secretly here. No, he's not with us today. He takes on Zach Miller. There's 2 featherweights here who are unbeaten, 13-0. Let's speak to Zach Miller. I mean, Nathaniel wasn't at the launch presser either. Have you scared him off?
I don't know. I think I must have. But listen, it don't matter whether Nathaniel's there or not. He's going to be there Saturday, and that's all that matters.
Big opportunity for you, Zach. I mean, it's certainly the biggest stage you've been on. On paper, it should be the most difficult fight of your career. Tell us what's going on in the mind of Zach Miller.
Well, if I box out, Steve just parallel park that van. There'll be no problem with this fight. Nah, it's going to be mega. It's a top fight. It's in my own town, so yeah, let's have it.
What sort of fight are you expecting?
Yeah, don't know. Don't really matter. I've prepared how I've prepared, so whatever he brings, I'll be ready for.
You were on Team GB, right? But not for boxing? Is that right? Have I misread that somewhere?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for the cross country and the athletics.
So the running?
Yeah, the running.
Will you be running on Saturday night from Nathaniel the Nightmare Collins?
Oh no, I'll be running out the arena with my 2 belts though. right to the Chinese karaoke, innit?
What a great thing to say. Well done. Give us your sort of final prediction then. Obviously, you're going to leave with the belts, but how are you going to do it?
No, I'm going to get in there. I'm going to do my thing. I prepared in the gym. I'm ready mentally. I'm ready physically. So, I'm going to get in there and do whatever it takes to get that win.
Okay, fantastic. We can't wait. Zach Miller, great to have you.
Nice
Let's keep it moving. Let's go up to welterweight. There's the British, Commonwealth, and IBF European titles on the line. Unbeaten Ekow Essuman against Harry Scarf, horrible Harry Scarf, who says he's actually going to be nice today. I'm hoping not, Harry. Let's bring you in here first. If you grab Emma Cosin's mic. Again, this is a fight that you have been calling for. You have been chasing down Ekow Essuman. You are now hours away from getting your hands on him. Tell us how you're feeling.
Yeah, good. Just ready to go now, really. That's it. Ready to go. Good preparation. And then, yeah, everything's been said. We said everything last time. There's been a bit of back and forth and whatnot, but it's fight night now on Saturday, innit? And then I get to take all them belts off him.
What sort of night is Ekow Essuman in for?
He keeps saying about a beating, but there's only one beating that's going to be getting dished out, and it's going to be for him. And he's going to lose all his belts.
Well, let's bring in Ekow Essuman. Ekow, you've got all those lovely belts in front of you. Are you not going to lose them on Saturday, are you? I mean, he's saying you are.
No, I'm not going to lose them. This is my 5th defence of the British. I'm the outright British champion. He can't take my belt.
Because your promoter don't want to move you on. Because he's not asked about you. That's why they ain't asked about you. That's why you're on the shelf.
Talk about Frank Warren, because you can't talk.
He ain't asked about you. Look at all them belts.
So
Look, you're still on the bottom table.
All you want to say.
You're still on the bottom table. Look, you got all them belts.
This is Harry being nice. Horrible Harry being nice, isn't he? At the end of the day, we're gonna fight, and all this chat don't mean nothing.
You've been doing your own little bit of chatting. I've seen you doing all your chatting. So you're talking about why it's one-sided. They ain't one-sided.
He's put in the work. He's lost a lot of body fat. He's feeling cold with his big puffer coat. I'm here. I'm fresh. I'm good at the weight. I'm nice. Come Saturday night, he's gonna pay for thinking it was the easy path to come to welterweight, to come and take these titles. Because boy, I'm nice in the gym. I was nice to you when you came sparring and everything. But when we get in there, I'm excited. That's all I have to say.
That's boring. And you're boring. That's why you're on the bottom table still. And your promoter don't want to move you on. So we'll see.
Harry, what you're looking over at Ekow there. You're looking at all those belts. What do you see when you look at Ekow Essuman over there?
It's just an opponent who's got belts that I want at the end of the day. And that's it, really.
And Ekow, look, this guy's a hard night's work for anyone. Do you think you're going to have to dig deep? Are you going to get taken into deep waters in this fight?
I think Harry's trained hard. No doubt. He's come down. He's come all the way down from super welterweight, and
it's only one weight, and I should have never been at that weight in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as he's saying, whatever. So he's worked hard to get here. Obviously, this is his 3rd chance at the British title.
First.
Third.
I've won 2 English titles at 2 weights.
No, I said British.
First for the British.
What about with Fowler and...
No British title.
No. Oh.
Not for the British, mate.
Okay, well, anyway.
Facts.
This is his Wembley fight, that big fight. I've been doing
It's in Manchester. We're in Manchester. We're not in Wembley.
This is a step up for him.
Is it?
It's going to be an entertaining fight.
Okay. Fantastic. Let's just get a final prediction from both you guys. I think it's going to be a great fight. The chat's been brilliant. Harry, let's come to you first. What's going to happen on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm just going to win. I'm going to win the fight. I'm going to be horrible. He knows I'm horrible. I can adjust to anything. You know I'm horrible. You know I'm horrible from when we sparred. Simple as. And that's why you've not took the fight when I've been asking for this fight for a couple of years. I've had to get myself mandatory. And you're in for a horrible night. That's it.
Like every other boxer has to get
and I'm avoided. I'm avoided because I'm mandatory. I'm avoided because I'm horrible. And there you go, I'm mandatory. What do you say?
You've made yourself mandatory like everyone else has to.
Yeah. What's
your point.
Yeah, but Congo's going to be made mandatory, and Congo lost his belt. Harry isn't
And
bringing
you
nothing
chose
to the
you
table.
chose to box Danny Ball. You chose to box
Harry ain't giving
Tetley.
nothing to the table.
You know what I mean? You could have boxed me on them nights because I'd already called for the fight, but you didn't. So
You hadn't worked your way up high enough in the ranks too. And I told
I was
you that
ranked
straight.
above Tetley. I remember when you boxed Tetley, he was ranked
I
about
told you,
20th.
work your way
in the
up,
British rankings. So
and-
what are you
and then
talking
the
about?
fight
I
will
was
happen.
ranked there,
You got
like
made
about 2-3
mandatory, and
behind
the
you.
fight's happening.
I was ranked there. You know what I mean? So you didn't want it. And then, like I said, you've been given nothing.
He says I didn't want
January
it, but I'm
was your
sat
last
here, we're gonna
fight.
fight on
January was last
Saturday.
fight. You got a bit gassed because
Okay.
you were going to get this IBF eliminator, but they give you nothing. So you've got to take this risky fight, and then
Not
you'll be
risky,
done.
Harry.
Then you'll be done when you've
If it
lost
was risky,
everything.
I wouldn't be here, Harry, and I'm here.
Yeah, it's the end, mate.
Well, there you have it. British, Commonwealth, IBF European, welterweight titles on the line, and a whole lot of pride on Saturday night. Ekow Essuman, Harry Scarf. Look, Ekow, just tell me your prediction quick, because I asked him as well.
Spiteful, vindictive, entertaining finish of a match.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Wow. Looking forward to this fight. TNT Sports Saturday night at the AO Arena in Manchester. Let's keep it moving. Let's come up to Liam Dangerous Davies, unbeaten British European champion. You've got other belts as well, but this is now time to defend your European title against an unbeaten Vincenzo Lefemina, who's coming for everything you've got. Tell us how you're feeling heading into this one.
Yeah, feeling really good. Looking forward to it. First time fighting in Manchester as a professional. Been here and watched some shows, so looking forward to which a massive crowd, which I'm sure is going to be there Saturday. And like I say, plenty of good fighters up here, and I'm coming to steal the show.
This is, I think, it's your first time you're fighting someone who's actually unbeaten. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Has that changed anything in you, knowing that this is a hungry guy, sort of where you are?
Nah, nothing's changed. 2 arms, 2 legs, and 1 head for me to punch. That's how I see it. Feeling very confident. Trained hard as always. Still got a lot more to do in the sport, and the hunger's just built up more. And as I've won all these belts, like I say, it's built up more. I want to be a world champion, and with a big performance Saturday night, I hope I get my shot next year.
Listen, Liam, every fighter's got a story, right? But sometimes I can get quite engrossed by yours and the way you talk. Tell me a little bit, just for these people here, about why you do box and why you are here and what your goals are.
Boxing's the only road I've ever been on, to be fair. Since a young lad, I got a bloodline of fighters, my granddad, my father, and yeah, I'm here trying to be the greatest, trying to be the first world champion in the family. And yeah, we've got a gym, amateur gym, plenty of young kids that are from my area that have seen me do good, and the gym's packed out. So it's a pleasure for me to be here, pleasure for me to be flying the flag for Telford, and like I said, Saturday night can't come quick enough.
And how do you think you're going to deal with Vincenzo Lefemina?
Well, if it goes out, I've been sparring. I hope he's got some big cojones and a big heart, because Saturday is going to need them. I think this fight could be over very quick, like the last one.
All right, we look forward to it. Thank you very much, Liam Davies, Vincenzo Lefemina. Hopefully you'll see him at the weigh-in. You can get to size him up.
Yeah, I hope he's here, because I like the smack talk like them two just done. So I hope he's here very soon.
That's quite good. Thank you very much, Liam. Let's speak to now. Now, we have a world title fight on this show, and I can actually break the news. I'm sure they've actually done a few interviews breaking this anyway, but it's actually a unified world championship is on the line in the super welterweight division. Hannah Rankin against Emma Kozin. Not just the WBC title, the WBO title is now also confirmed to be on the line for a brilliant fight. And let's bring in Emma Kozin here to begin with. Emma, this fight you've been linked to for a little while now with Hannah Rankin, but now it's happening this Saturday and it's got more on the line than ever. You must be very excited.
Yeah, I am very excited for this big opportunity, and even more to show UK crowd how good I am.
And what do you think of Hannah Rankin?
I think she's a good fighter, but she has some great experience. She fought great top fighters, but I just think that I am better than her, and I will show that in Saturday.
In what areas do you think you are better than Hannah Rankin?
I think I'm faster, smarter, and tougher.
Well, let's bring in Hannah here. Hannah, very welcome. It's great that Emma Cozen's here now. You can have a little chat with her. Firstly, great news. Unified title on the line.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely buzzing about this. WBC and the WBO on the line, so fantastic opportunity on Saturday night to get my hands on 2 belts, which I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
And I understand you haven't actually met Emma yet up until today. Having a little look at her and what she said, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know, I'm going in there to showcase the best version of myself, and I think in all areas I beat Emma Cozen, so we get to see it on Saturday night.
And tell us how important this is. I mean, you've already been a world champion a couple of times, but this is something quite special.
Yeah, this is a really special time for me. 3 times world champion, taking a 3rd world title back to Scotland would be incredible. My very first professional title was WBC silver, so this is my chance to turn the WBC silver to gold, and I promised myself I'd do that, so this is my chance. And with the WBO on the line as well, it's just going to be an amazing night.
Emma, what sort of fight are you expecting from Hannah on Saturday?
I expect a really long 10 rounds because she's tough, I'm tough. We are not the ones to give up, and yeah, may the best or better fighter win.
Do you agree with that, Hannah? Is this the long 10 rounds, or are you going to try and get it done early?
Well, as fighters, we don't get paid for overtime, so if I can get it done early, I'm going to get it done early. But either way, I'll leave the ring with my hand raised and as the new world champion.
Fantastic. Okay, well, look, we can't wait for this one. Hannah Rankin, Emma Cozen, unified world super welterweight titles on the line on Saturday night. Let's now bring it up to a final eliminator in the featherweight division for the WBC featherweight title. Nick Ball and Isaac Dogbay will duke it out in a fight that has got many boxing fans very, very excited. We're going to start with Isaac Dogbay. Isaac, you're very welcome. Thanks for joining us. Fight number 28 for you. This is a big one. Talk to us about it.
Yes, most definitely. And first and foremost, I thank God for being here and for this huge opportunity once again. I'm very grateful. And secondly, I also love to say thank you guys for waiting for me to arrive. Unfortunately, the time I was given, the driver didn't turn up, so that's that. Fight number 28, still knocking on the world title door. It's a massive opportunity, and I'm grateful, and it's going to be exciting. You know, I'm always ready for a challenge. I'm not one to shy away from one. And, you know, first time in Manchester, first time fighting in Manchester, first time fighting on UK soil. Listen, how great can it be? It just keeps getting exciting. So I'm ready for it. And, you know, just can't wait to get in the ring on Saturday.
Why do you think fans are so excited about this fight? Because people are talking about this and they love the sort of the style matchup. What do you think?
Well, listen, if you look at my pedigree, you know that I come as a whole package. I mean, listen, we leave the past in the past. We always focus on the future, and that's, you know, giving the fans a great fight. And I'm sure everybody can, you know, agree that whenever I step into the ring, it's guaranteed excitement. So that's also part of it. I mean, as if the business show.
What do you think of Nick Ball here? He's been getting a fair bit of hype here in the UK. People have been talking about how he is Liverpool's answer to Tank Davis, or he was like a mini Mike Tyson. What do you think? Is the hype real?
I don't know. If it wasn't for this fight, I wouldn't have heard of Nick Ball. When the name came up, that was when, you know, it was put across to me by Top Rank, and I had to go look him up. I mean, listen, he's done well for himself. Credit to him and his team. However, I can only think of what Isaac Dogbay is going to do on the night, and that's what's most important, and that's what the fans are coming to see.
Well, let's bring in Nick Ball. Nick, you've just heard from Isaac there. What a fight this is. Tell me how you kind of look at this one.
Looking forward to it, yeah. You know, it's a massive fight and one that an opportunity that I've been waiting for my whole life. I'm in touching distance. You know, this is a final eliminator for a world title, so I can't let it slip now, yeah.
Is this the biggest risk to your unbeaten record so far? Is that how you're looking at him?
Every fight's a risk, you know. Every time you step in the ropes, it's a risk. So, yeah.
And how do you rate him? I know you have actually been watching a little bit of tape of him. You don't maybe normally do that, but you have had a look at Isaac Dogbay. What would you think of him?
I don't really know, to be honest. I'll find out on Saturday night, but you know, I leave that down to my team as always. You know, yeah, find out Saturday night. Yeah, he's a good fighter, obviously, or otherwise he wouldn't be at this level. But yeah.
Listen, when I spoke to you a couple of months back, we did like a Zoom and I got your opening thoughts on it. And you said that you are a better fighter in every department. Now, this is a former world champion. He's only been beaten by the very best, Emmanuel Navarrete, Rosie Ramirez. Where do you believe that you are better in every department? Tell me about that.
You know, I'd be out of character myself, sitting here saying, you know, telling you what I'm going to do. I'm the type to show you. So Saturday night I get the chance to do that. So we're not long away now. If you can wait, and I'll show you. Yeah.
I can't wait. That's the problem. Isaac, what do you do better than Nick Ball then?
What do I do better than Nick Ball? Yes, I've been tried and tested. That's what I can say. I've been through the. I've been in the sea, you know, and I swam with the big fishes as well, you know. So there's nothing new to me. I've fought with punchers. I've fought with people who have the pressure, who does everything else, you know, by the book and outside of the box. So this is something where, you know, I just need to, you know, keep calm, and as the fight unfolds, we're making you know, adjustments along the way.
Is this about your experience as well? Is that where you can sort of show your levels that you have been to the mountaintop? Is that kind of what this is about?
It's about everything, not just experience. It's about everything. It's about, you know, really putting in a boxing masterclass, and yeah, and just, you know, showing the British people what they've been missing.
Nick, do you think this could be a hard fight?
It's hard as I make it, innit? Yeah, he's speaking about experience and things like that, but he's had experience more than me in terms of getting beat. He's experienced getting beat at this level. I'm not coming to this level to get beat. I'm looking to take over, so that's the difference.
Okay, I think we'll pretty much wrap it up there. Isaac, I don't know if you've got any reply to the comment there that you have got experience. You've got experience of getting beat.
Well, he's got experience in beating nobodies. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, when you go through the records are there. You don't need to, you know, fence that you don't need to talk too much. Just let the record show. Who has he really fought at the end of the day? Super bantamweights and whatever. I mean, listen, like I said, it's a different ball game when it comes to this level. So I hope that all that, you know, buzz and is going to be a car crash, you know, he brings it to the table on Saturday night.
All right, I like that you said different ball game, by the way. I don't know if you meant to do that, but that was great with the whole Nick Ball thing. Nick, any final thoughts on this one?
No final thoughts. Just thanks to everyone who's bought a ticket off me and, you know, and supporting me, and everyone who's got me to this level, because I definitely haven't done it on my own, so I appreciate it. Nicely
said. And Isaac, final word to yourself.
Thank you guys so much, and I hope Saturday night you all come and bring your families and your friends, you know, to witness a great fight between us and, you know, amongst all of us. I mean, everyone here is looking trim and shaped up, you know, to put on an exciting fight, and we can't wait, man.
Thank you very much, Isaac Dogbay. Oh, what a fight that is. Nick Ball, Isaac Dogbay, final eliminator for the WBC World Featherweight title this Saturday night. We are just hours away from that. And now let's talk about another fight that has really caught the imagination and got people talking. The British and the WBA Continental titles, these belts here will be on the line in the middleweight division as Denzel Bentley defends that belt. Nathan Heaney defends this belt. They clash on Saturday. Let's first bring in Nathan Heaney. I've seen you looking at this belt a fair bit. I mean, this is the one that you've been dreaming about. right? Tell us how it feels to be this close.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's the FA Cup final of British boxing, so it's just the best belt you can fight for in the game, in the British sport. So, yeah, I've had a little look at it. Not too long. I haven't looked at it too long because obviously I want to look at it the most when I'm the champion. But still, it's a beautiful belt, and this is a lovely belt as well. So I want to keep that as best as possible. But yeah, it's a fantastic fight. As you say, it's great. The big ticket seller versus the dangerous punching middleweight in Denzel Bentley, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Nervous?
No. There's definitely he definitely makes you accountable in terms of when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you think about is Denzel Bentley and obviously what you need to do to make sure that you're in the best possible shape. It makes you accountable. You do absolutely everything. No stone's been unturned, and yeah, I am genuinely looking forward to the fight.
Let's bring in Denzel Bentley here. Nathan has been thinking about you all the time. You're all that he thinks about. He's been thinking about that belt. Hours away now from a big fight in your career here. Talk to us.
Yeah, man, it's a big fight. Can't wait for it, really. I mean, around the corner, you know, I'm not really one for all the talking stuff. I'm just ready to go on Saturday.
Which normally makes for a great press conference, Denzel. Thank you. But there is something I do want to raise here. Now, my understanding is that, Nathan, at the launch press conference, you were very, very nice about Denzel. I think you said that if you have a son, that you'd like him to look up and be like Denzel Bentley. Really, really nice words. And then my understanding is you went on to block him on Twitter and Instagram. Is that the case? I mean, Denzel, you can tell me about this.
Yeah, I'm blocked. I don't know why is that, Nathan?
Yeah, no, it's one of them. I just don't need to see anything about Denzel Bentley or anything. I've just been concerned about myself. Like, at the end of the day, everything I said about on that press conference, I meant it. Denzel's a great fighter, and like I said, in terms of, it doesn't make for great press conferences, but it's because he just conducts himself very well. But yeah, I don't need to see what Denzel Bentley's doing. I really don't. I just need to be concerned with what me and Steve have been doing. And that's why, it's nothing personal. It's just after the fight, mate, we can have a pint or whatever. We can do all that, do you know what I mean? But in the build-up to it, it's I know what he can do. I don't need to see anything about him whatsoever.
Denzel, how did you feel when you found out you were blocked on social media by Nathan Heaney?
I mean, what can you do, innit? It was funny. I just thought, that's funny, but you crack on, innit? But yeah, man, it'll be a good fight anyway. After the fight, like you said, he can unblock me and fuck each other. But on Saturday, you're going to have to worry about blocking these right hands, so.
What a good line. Nathan, what are your advantages in this fight?
Just, well, obviously I am the underdog going into this. If you look at the level that Denzel Bentley's fought at, he's fought at a higher level than I have. And Denzel is the hardest fight that I've had so far. But I think for me, I've been boxing from the age of 9 years old. I've been competing from the age of 11. I had 90 fights as an amateur. As a young 19, 20-year-old lad, I used to drive 120 miles a day from Stoke just so I could fight for the Rotunda. Callum Smith, Rocky Fielding, all those kind of... They were the guys I was mixing with week in, week out. And I've done this my whole life, and I've got the experience there needed to do what I need to do.
Denzel, let me get your reaction to, you know, Nathan's been quite nice, other than the blocking, which we understand he's going to unblock you soon after the fight. But he was very, very nice at the launch presser. Is he trying to lure you into any sort of false thing here?
No, and if he is, I haven't realised it. But I just think he's generally a nice person. That's just how he is. He's being himself. I don't think he's trying to do anything but be himself. So I can appreciate that. But Saturday, I don't think it's going to be nice, and I've got to take that into consideration and make sure I do what I need to do.
Listen, you've boxed at world level before, acquitted yourself very well against Janibek. You want to get there again. Is this a stepping stone?
Yeah, I mean, every step's a stepping stone, every step. There could be high stones, there could be low stones, it just is what it is. I mean, I got that call up from Janibek unexpectedly. I went out there, done what I needed to do, didn't come through, and now I've got to take the steps required of me to get back to where I need to be. And that's what I'm doing. The first step was in April earlier this year, and the next step is Nathan. So hopefully next year we can move on and push closer towards, where I want to be.
And Nathan, look, Denzel has got a couple of losses on his record. You are unbeaten. Can you take anything from Denzel's losses?
Not really. Obviously, yeah, he's got losses. So he's at that higher level when he's fought there. Sometimes he has failed, but it's just whether he considers me to be that level, which he might not do. But who knows? It's you can't take any, like fighters, like styles make fighters as well. Like it's one of them you can't really take anything from those losses. But the fact of the matter is, it was one of them was a world title fight. One of them was Felix Cash, who's very highly rated, and yeah, so you wouldn't expect, especially the world title one, you wouldn't expect any less than what he did, and he did very well.
Do you think you'll have to dig deep in this fight, Nathan?
1,000,000%. It's going to be a very tough fight for both of us. I think it's going to be a very physically enduring fight as well. I know the general consensus out there that Denzel's just going to walk through me, and he maybe believes that himself, but it's going to be a very, very, very good fight, a competitive fight as well. And it will be, it'll be a going to the trenches kind of fight.
Denzel, do you believe you'll walk through him?
I don't genuinely believe I'd walk through anyone when I come up to fight, so I give everyone the respect they deserve. And I realise when you're boxing for the British title, you're going to put everything on the line because what can come from it. So I'm not expecting to walk through him. I'm expecting a good performance. I'm expecting the best Nathan Heaney that anyone's ever seen, even myself. And that's the mindset I'm going in the ring with. So,
Nathan, have you imagined that moment where the MC says, "And the new"?
I certainly have, yeah. Yeah, I certainly have. And yeah, it can make you a bit emotional thinking about it as well. But it's okay thinking about things. There's a lot of work to do to achieve that. But yeah, I've certainly. We like Denzel envisioned the world title around his waist. We all envision stuff. It's just how you apply yourself and actually do it.
Big night for Stoke as well, right?
Oh, massive! Just short of 2,000. It's incredible. Like the support from Stoke-on-Trent and from around the UK. Like people are travelling from Devon, Ipswich, Dundee. It's crazy where people are travelling from. And not only are they travelling for this fight, they travel to every single fight. Like the amount of miles my guys have to travel, because we don't fight in Stoke, unfortunately. There's no arena in Stoke-on-Trent. If there was, it'd be sold out every single time. But I just want to say thank you to every single one of them that are going to be there. The atmosphere will be incredible. And Manchester's a great arena as well, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Denzel, the atmosphere is going to be incredible. What do you think his fans will be saying about you on Sunday morning?
Wow.
Any response, Nathan?
Yeah. It's who knows what they'll be thinking on Sunday morning, but it certainly could go absolutely off in the place if everything goes to plan.
Let's get final words. Thank you so much, by the way, gents. That was much better than what I thought it was going to be. Denzel, what's going to happen Saturday night?
My hand will be raised in victory, and yeah, man, I just hope everyone gets out of there safely, goes home to their families. Appreciate everyone for coming up. Appreciate everyone coming up from London to come and support me also, and it should be a good night. Enjoy your night.
Hitman?
Yeah, very similar sentiments that Denzel put there. But yeah, the idea is for me to become the new British champion and realise something that I've always sort of dreamt about over the last 3 years. Absolutely dreamt about it over the last 3 years, and I believe it's certainly possible. So we'll see what happens on Saturday.
Yes, we will. What an event this is going to be. Saturday night, we are live on TNT Sports from 6 o'clock at the AO Arena, Manchester, top to bottom. This is the best fight card put on in the UK this year. I've got no doubt about that at all. Make sure you join us on Saturday. Thank you so much. Well, we've just had quite an interesting press conference here in Manchester for the Magnificent Seven show. I've got one of the Magnificent men featuring Mr. Nick Ball. What did you make of Isaac Dogbay? First time that you've met him, first time you've got up close. What did you think?
Yeah, it was nice and respectful, wasn't he? The way it should be. Leave all the talking to the clowns, innit? And yeah, just nice and respectful. Keep it cool, and then, you know, we're gonna fight on Saturday, so there's no reason to do any extra stuff.
But there was something in the face of us, all a little smirk, or there was something like that. What was that about? Who smirked at who, and what was going through your head?
No, we were just facing off, and I think someone said to the front or something like that, and then obviously as fighters, you know, you don't want to look away and that, so I just looked away and started laughing, smirked. That's it.
He's a good fighter though, isn't he? It's a proper test for you, Nick.
Yeah, every fighter test though, innit? And at this level, they're all going to be good fighters. So that's what you've got to expect, and you know, these are the fights that I want and that I'm ready for. So, you know, yeah.
We're so used to watching your fights where you're leaping up like a coiled spring and punching these opponents who are bigger and taller than you. But he's about the same size. So how does that affect what you do in there?
More power.
Yeah? Why?
It's right there in touching distance, innit? You know, obviously, as a small fighter, I'm used to fighting tall, skinny guys coming up to them. You're not going to lose a bit of power, but he's right there for the taking, yeah, to get took out.
You sound very excited about this.
Yeah, can't wait, yeah.
This is bad news for Isaac Dogbay.
Something like that.
But a win over Isaac Dogbay, what does that mean for Nick Ball? Again, he's only lost in elite company. Navarrete is one of the best out there in the world, fighters generally. You beat him. What does it mean about you?
It just means what I've been saying, doesn't it? To all yous, and you know, it shows that I'm on world level and where I'm going, and you don't get to where I am now without doing good or doing what I've been doing. So I'm looking to show that at this level, because there's obviously different levels, isn't there? I've been doing that, the level I've been doing that, but this is world level, isn't it? He's fought at that level, so I'm going to show him and everyone else that I belong here.
Are there any other fights on this Magnificent Seven show that have got you a little bit like, oh, I want to watch that?
To be honest, I'm obviously focused on my one, but the Nathan Heaney, Denzel Bentley one, I think that one will be a good one.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one because it's going to be a good atmosphere in it with how many tickets Nathan sells.
How do you see that going?
I don't really know.
Well, Denzel's only over there, so I thought you'd just
so
say
better
Denzel.
Say him, yeah. I honestly don't know. May the best man win, innit?
Yes. And who will the best man be when you take on Isaac Dogbay on Saturday night?
You're looking at him.
Good line. Nick Ball, we're going to let you go. Thank you so much
nice
for speaking to me. We'll take that off of you. I think we're going to keep things moving. I think I've got a British middleweight champion here, Mr. Too Sharp. Denzel Bentley is about to come in and join us. Please come and join us, Denzel Bentley.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all good. How are you?
I'm all right. Mate, he blocked you on Twitter.
I know, man. Crazy
Mate,
scenes.
What did you think?
I was laughing. I found it funny. Funny, but it is what it is. Like he said, he doesn't want to see anything I'm doing, but then he's thinking about me every day, so it's kind of mad. But hey, it's life, isn't it?
Now that you've brought that up, that is kind of mad, isn't it? What did you make of the press conference? Look, he's a nice guy. For me, he's one of the nicest guys I've met in boxing. You can't really go in on him, right?
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't really go in on anyone anyway. But I mean, he's not trying to throw anything at me, so it's like, all right, there's no point of me just trying to be a bully and just trying to get on him for no reason. I mean, we're going to fight at the end of the day anyway, so it is what it is. You can be as nice as you want on Saturday. I don't think neither of us will be nice to each other until the final bell.
Have you imagined this fight in your head, like what's going to happen in there?
Yeah and no. I have kind of thought about it, but I haven't been like imagining it like, oh, this moment. I just thought about ways I want to go about this fight and stuff like that. But I guess that's normal for every fight, right?
Well, that's interesting, because I asked him up there if he's been like thinking about the moment the ring announcer says "and the new British middleweight," and he said he starts getting emotional just thinking about it as well. Do you think that could work against him? That how much this means to him?
I don't know, and to be honest, I'm not really bothered. I don't really care if it does or if it doesn't. So it's just one of those things where that's his story. That's his fairy tale story. He wants to win this, and then he's completed, whatever he needs to complete. But I can't allow that to happen. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully he can try again and get it the next time, but not this time around.
And what are your ambitions? I mean, look, you're linked to other fights as well. Of course, there's Hamza Shiraz, but you want to push on to world level as well.
Yeah,
what are you thinking after this fight? You come through perfectly good. How do you see your next steps?
After this fight, I'm just thinking chill off a bit, come back to the gym, mid-December, maybe take a trip to Saudi to watch that card, and then the new year, get back in the gym, call up Martin and ask him what's next. I mean, I'm not really thinking about what's next now because nothing can happen now. Nothing's until next year, so I might as well just enjoy my time off for the rest of the year, spend it with friends and family and stuff. So why not? I'm not really thinking about what's next. I'm not gonna get another fight this year, so I'm chilling.
Quick fight?
I don't know. If it goes 12 rounds, I don't want to lose a round.
Will you be disappointed if it goes 12
rounds?
rounds?
No, I won't be. If I win every round and it goes 12 rounds, I won't be disappointed. I think he's tougher than we expect. I think he is tough. Like he said, he's been doing it since 9 years old. His body's conditioned. Do you know what I mean? He's been in there with some top guys, like Callum Smith and Rocky Ford and them, those guys there. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not expecting to just go in there and blast them out. I'm not expecting that. If I do, I'm more than happy. I'm more than grateful. But I'm not expecting it. I'm expecting a win. I think I can stop him, and I'm gonna go for the stoppage. I think I can get him late. But if it goes 12 rounds, I don't want it to be a 12-round war or a 12-round thing. I just need it to be 120, 108 to me. That's it. That's the type of fight I want. I need to put on a clinical performance. I need to show I'm above this level and I'm ready to move on. Like, get me these world champions or these former world title challengers or whatever it is. Just get me out of this domestic scene. You know what I mean? Get me out of this level. Push me on.
All right. We look forward to it. Denzel, I know you've got to get back to London. Go do your thing. Thank you so much. We look forward to it.
I'm staying here, so everyone wants to see me. I'm in Man
United. Oh, okay.
Shout out to Man United.
Good man. Well, let's do a little mic swap. Thank you, Denzel Bentley. Let's bring in his opponent on Saturday night. Oh, I thought he was going to barge him out of the way there, Nathan. You big bad Nathan Heaney,
yeah,
you.
That's it, mate.
Enjoy your presser up there?
Yeah, it's good, mate.
Two nice guys.
It's one of them, like I said before, we represent the sport well. You don't need to be an absolute idiot to obviously get people to watch these fights. Obviously, you don't have to look at the supporters I've got. It's phenomenal. And unfortunately, I've never had to be anything but what I've wanted to be, which is just myself, really. So, yeah. It
was interesting. A couple of things said up there, right? So I raised the blocking on social media, and you'd also said that. You said you don't want to see him, but you'd also said you've been thinking about him every day. So talk to me a little bit about this whole what's been going on in your head.
To be honest, what it was, I was on Twitter and then something popped up at Denzel Bentley. I was like, I don't follow him, so I just thought I just don't need to see anything. There's a difference between your own thoughts and what you're seeing on online and stuff. It's just when I said what you're thinking about him, it's not in an actual literal sense. I'm like, I'm thinking about Denzel Bentley non-stop. What you do think about is. It's a very strange thing to think about that on the other side of the country there's someone training to beat the absolute shite out of you, and that's the reality of it. So that's always in the back of your mind anyway, whether it's Denzel or any opponent. But obviously with him being as good as he is, you think about it a little bit more in terms of it, like I say, it makes you accountable. You don't miss a single run. When you're feeling tired and you don't want to do the hill runs or you don't want to do the pads or you don't want to do this, well, you've got no choice because Denzel Bentley is the person that you're fighting. So it just makes it so I've ticked every single box and done everything needed. But it's just, it's nothing personal blocking him. I don't watch interviews. So any interviews, if I see someone pop up on YouTube, I'm straight. I don't need to see. I always watch some post fights. I quite like doing that because it's always interesting to see what the fighter said and then what actually happened in reality in terms of. But who knows? It'd be interesting. He could be like, I'm knocking Heaney out. Then Sunday morning, I'll be like, bloody hell, he was right. But or he could say he's going to do something and the complete opposite happens, and I do what I planning to do. Obviously, I'm not going to say what we're planning to do, but it's there.
Well, look, I just spoke to him, and obviously, look, he wants to knock you out. Sorry to let you know. I'm sure he knew that anyway. But he said if he doesn't, if it goes the distance, he doesn't want to. He wants to 120, 108 you. He doesn't want to even lose a round against you. He wants to show he's above this level and that he's ready to move on. What do you think about that?
The fact of the matter is, it shouldn't be. That's what it should be, really, on paper. Like you'll have to look at comments online and the bookies. That it shouldn't be close. It should be if it went to the point, it should be every single round. It shouldn't even be close. So if it is close, it's almost like that's not great on his behalf because people expect a complete walkover. So, but like you said about knocking, if the opportunity's there for me to knock him out, you take it. Do you know what I mean? There's no denying. He's been caught with shots himself in different fights. Marcus Morrison caught him. Davies caught him. Felix Cassidy's caught him. I thought his most stable was against the hardest one he had was Janabek. I thought his chin was very good in that. But he's still been caught himself, and so have I, to be honest. But I've learned throughout the fights that I've had to get me obviously to the position now, and hopefully not get caught by Denzel, because he is a very good puncher.
But you've got sneaky power yourself, right? People underestimate your power, and then they find themselves getting hurt in there, right?
Well, it's I don't know how to mate. It's I've got good. I'm good. I've got good technical power with what I do. But if I couldn't punch at least somewhat, people just walk straight through you.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be able to punch, and it's just like Steve said, it's all about relaxing, just exploring what you're doing. If I use my attributes, yeah, I can punch well.
Are you going to punch well on Saturday night?
Yeah, I've got no choice. I have to punch well, and if all goes well, yeah, I'll punch very well. But still, yeah, it's you've got to perform. I've got to perform on Saturday night. It's the, like I said, the biggest prize in British boxing, and I would love nothing more than for myself and my city just for the words to be said, and then you, like you said, have I envisioned it? I absolutely have. I really have, and I can't even imagine the scenes what it'd be like if it happened. But I always say if, because I've still got to do the job first.
You have indeed. Good luck to you, Nathan Heaney. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you,
and I'll see you later on in the week.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, cheers.
Well, that's Nathan Heaney trying to realise a dream, and here is Hannah Rankin. I mean, you can become a unified world champion on Saturday.
Yeah,
Where's that come from?
Well, massive thank you to Queensberry for making this opportunity for me. I actually am still buzzing about it, even though I've known for a little while. Just getting it announced, seeing my opponent. Today feels like everything's come into place and I'm ready to go.
Feels real, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What did you make of Emma Cozen first time that you've met her?
Yeah, no, she's coming in with confidence, but I've just got too much for her, and I'm ready to showcase that on Saturday night. And she won't. I don't think she's been in with people like me in the way that I want this more than she could ever want it. So yeah, you're going to see that on Saturday night.
You think that's key? Your hunger? Because I've watched some of your Instagram stuff, and you do seem so motivated. Like you're obsessed with this.
I am obsessed with this, and I was once told being obsessed with something is not a good thing, and I was like, that's completely wrong, because I have such a passion for this sport. And since starting boxing, I only started it to see how far I could go, and this is going to be me taking my third world title back to Scotland on Saturday night, and I would never have dreamed it, but I'm making it happen, and yeah, I'm very focused on it.
Now, for someone who came to boxing so late, I think you've had like 9 world title fights. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah, I have. But I think this is a kind of a good indication. People should take opportunities that are given to them, because like there's so many great fights out there to be had as a fighter, and if you're a fighter, you should want to fight people, right? When I got offered the Clarissa Shields fight, I was like, I'll take it. I want to see how good I am. I want to see where I'm at. And even though I got a loss on my record, it was fantastic for my career. Spending 10 rounds in the ring with Clarissa Shields, then going on to become regular sparring partners together. It's gone on. It's boosted my career. It's built me as a fighter, and you learn so much more from your losses than you do from the wins. So, yeah, take those opportunities that come up, because you never know where it's going to take you. And here I am now, about to fight for 2 world titles on Saturday night. I couldn't ask for anything more.
I've heard other fighters say that about how they can knock out all these people in the world, but they learn a lot more from their losses. Even like Mike Tyson, he talked about the fight that he actually enjoyed the most was the Buster Douglas fight. He learnt so much about himself that night. So you've got all that experience and that knowledge. Absolutely,
and I think this is what's quite exciting about this card, because on Saturday night there's going to be some fighters taking their first loss of their career, and it's going to be interesting for them to see how they respond to that, how they react to it, because boxing can be quite a harsh sport. It's quite cruel sometimes, but it's what you do with that loss and how you come back from it that makes such a difference, and it really tells you a lot about yourself and your own character as a person.
And on Saturday night, you could be walking away with 2 of the 4 belts in the division. That makes you a real player in women's boxing and in that weight division. Are you thinking about what could happen next? Who you could attract? The sort of fights that could be next in your career?
Absolutely, of course. Like all fighters say, I'm not looking past that date, and of course you're not. Like Saturday night is the one. I've got to get my arm raised, and I've got to walk away with those 2 belts. But you know, there's so much excitement in the welterweight and super welterweight division. Like I always say, it's constantly moving. There's so much happening, especially in the women's game. So like there's chances for unifications with someone like Femke Herms with the IBF, IBO. Then I get that rematch with Terry Harper, which I would really like to have. So, you know, there's a lot of opportunity. I could even go down to welterweight and might even eventually get that fight with Natasha Jonas that we talked about for such a long time. So, you know, there's so many things almost about to happen. So I just need to get the job done on Saturday night and become a 2-belt world champion.
How do you get that job done on Saturday?
You know what? All the preparation I've had in this camp and the way that the training's been going, I'm looking forward to putting on an absolute cracker of a show. And, you know, I've had some of the best sparring for this. Been working with Lauren Price, Caroline Dubois, Jazza Dickens, and also I've got some really good work in with Rhiannon Dixon as well. So I couldn't really ask for any better sparring or prep for this one. And I'm going in there to really showcase my boxing skills.
Fantastic. We can't wait for it. And what a Queensberry debut, unified world title shot. Thank you, Hannah Rankin.
Yes, thank you very much.
I'll grab that mic from you. Thank you very much. I think I've got an engine. I better get out of the way. There's an engine coming to run me over. Mr. Ekow Essuman. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you.
Another fiery, heated, fun, quirky press conference with Harry Scarf. Enjoy yourself?
I felt like I was more content, you know. Yeah, quirky. The engine was just purring, but come weigh-in on Saturday night, you're going to hear that vroom vroom. Ooh. Everyone's going to feel it.
Do you think this engine can actually run him over? Because he's a horrible guy.
Oh, roadside collision. Oh.
What do you actually make of him, like as a bloke, right? Because he has been talking about you for, it feels like, years. And I guess it's probably because you've had titles that he wants, right? But what do you make of him?
Well, he's had his chance up at super welterweight. He's failed when he's stepped up. He thinks he's seen an easy mark, so he's drained down to welterweight to try and mess with me. And I'm a nice person by nature, but when you try and target me out, you soon find out I'm evil, Ekow Essuman. So come Saturday night, it's going to be a very brutal, vindictive finish. And looking forward to it. Camp has been good, and it's been a while since I've been in the ring, so I'm really looking forward to just showing everyone what I've been working on. I'd also like to stress this is my 5th defense of the British, because, you know, Harry's saying, like, Frank this, Frank that. At one point I had to stop him in the press conference, like, don't talk for my promoter, because he's doing his job.
He is.
My 5th defense of the British is my 6th of the IBF European. After this, we're taking over the world. There's no doubt about it. I know Frank's going to do what Frank always does, and we're going to take over the world. So don't sleep on that. Put respect on my name, and don't ever try and call me out and think I'm an easy mark. Otherwise, come Saturday night, when my hand gets raised with a W, and you've seen what I've done, you'll know you don't want to do that.
Listen, there is a bigger picture here. Of course, Harry Scarf is in your way, but you have that IBF European title. The full IBF world champion has just become Jaron Boots Ennis. You're very highly ranked. That belt means a lot. He could be in your future should you get through Harry Scarf. Are you thinking about him?
He will be in my future. I think about it, but not like Nathan thinks about Denzel. Not like Nathan thinks about Denzel.
Sure.
I just think about getting that scalp.
It's quite a scalp, though. You start mixing it with boys like Jaron Ennis. People are saying he's one of the best fighters in the world. You beat him. What does that mean about you?
Yeah, but he's a very entertaining fighter. But I'm a very entertaining fighter.
I like it a lot. Just tell us finally, you said roadside collision. Just talk me through how that collision actually takes place on Saturday.
Vindictively.
Yeah.
Energetically, entertainingly. So tune in.
Thank you so much, Ekow Essuman. I'll take the mic from you. The engine. Wow. We're going to swap the engine out for the real deal. Just actually, you can give it to Sol Dacres. Do a little look at that. Wow, there we go. Big Sol Dacres. I'm getting it right now.
Yeah, you got it right.
I'm getting it right. Queensberry TNT debut. Just tell us a little bit of why you are over here. It feels like you're in a good place.
Yeah, like you say, I feel like I'm in a good place. The heavyweight division here is thriving. You know, we've got British title fight on this platform. You know, you've got world title fights on the platform. and that's what I'm in boxing for at the end of the day. And I want to make sure I'm putting myself there and taking the opportunities I can get.
Mm-hmm. And your first opportunity is to defend your English title against a guy that you know. Tell us a little bit about what you know about him and how you expect the fight to play out.
Yeah, like, you know, he's a tidy boxer, you know, sharp, you know, he's come up from cruiserweight, sharp hands, you know, fast hands, good boxer. But this is pro heavyweight boxing. He's coming up from cruiserweight, and I'm going to show him what a 10-round heavyweight fight's all about.
What? So you have sparred before, right?
Yeah.
Can he take anything away from those?
Nah, it's probably like over 5 years ago. Right. Probably done about 2 rounds or something in the mix with 3 other guys up GB. When he was in the amateurs, you know, I can't really remember it, to be honest. It's a couple of rounds, in and out job. Can't really take nothing from that, to be honest.
Will it be a couple of rounds in and out job on Saturday night?
Well, that would be good, wouldn't it? that would be good, you know. We can only see how the right hand's landing and you know how the shots are holding up on his chin. I'm just looking to put on a performance and get in there and win by any means.
Tell us a little bit about how you ended up in Tyson Fury's camp, because you've been in there a couple of times now. Tell us the story.
Yeah, so originally I actually went up to spar with Jermaine Franklin. He was fighting Joshua, so he was up there sparring with Fury because Fury was fighting Chisora, and you know, Franklin was similar size to Chisora. So I got the call to go up to spar with Franklin. And I had my head guard on, sparred Franklin. I jumped in the ring. I said, "Come on, I want to spar the champ. I want to spar the champ to Sugar Hill." He said, "Oh, we've got Chisora. It's a different style, you know. And, we can't spar you today. We're sparring these guys." I said, "Come on, man." So I was like, "Okay." I was there for the week. Next day, I sparred Franklin again. Fury's done sparring, and they're watching the spar. And you know, I'm putting in the work, man. I'm putting in some work, yeah. And then Tyson was going, "Solomon Dacres, get him back here next week. I want him in the ring next week. Get him back here." And then, and from there, you know, they literally said, "Yo, come back next week to Morecambe. You know, get in with a sparring with him." And from there, then I did that camp, and he's called me back again. And also went back to spar Joe Parker as well. After that, they put a good word in. He said, "Yo, get Solomon to spar, man. He's top quality." So you know, I took my opportunity. You know, I made sure I wanted to get the rounds with him, and you know, they respected that, and they saw how good I was when I was in there, and then they got me back in there.
What sort of things have they been saying about you? And has Tyson in particular given you any kind of advice to help steer your career somewhat?
Yeah, you know, I'm getting good feedback. Obviously, they're calling back and they're saying, you know, you're world class fighter, and it's the world class sparring that he needs. It says, you know, you're sharp. You give me the best work that I can get, and you know, he just believes. He says, you know, I think you're the best out of the bunch. The British crop coming up, so. You know, it's good positive feedback, and it's good for my confidence, and the main thing is that I put those performances in on the weekend. Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, there is a gentleman called Fabio Wardley. He's the unbeaten British and Commonwealth champion now as well. He very much believes he is the best of the crop coming through. He says that he thinks he's a little bit special. That's what he said in his post-fight after the David Adelaide win. Do you think he's a little bit special?
Not really. To be honest, I feel like if he is, then I just feel like I'm better than that. I just feel like I'm better. I just believe in myself. I believe, you know, I can become a British champion very soon. Main focus is Saturday, though. Without that performance and that win, nothing happens. So get a good win on Saturday. But I believe, you know, I'm going to be going right to the top of the world championship game in boxing.
Is it important you look good on Saturday?
Yeah, it's always important you look good, but the main thing is always winning, and I've realised that you have to win and you have to perform, of course, and you want to look good. I'm on a new platform, I want to look good. You know, I've been working on things. You know, I've done a few bits with, you know, Sugar Hill over there, a bit of crunk style, so maybe get a bit of crunk power on my punches on the weekend, you know, little things, and maybe something new to show.
That would be fantastic. Sol Dacres, we cannot wait for your Queensberry debut. You're very, very welcome. Yeah. I'll fist bump you there, and I'll take the mic off you there. Thank you so much. Big Sol Dacres, English heavyweight champion, and there are just title fights galore on Saturday. We've just finished up the press conference here. There were so many belts up there, so many fighters in the most important fights of their life. It all happens 6 o'clock Saturday night on TNT Sports from the AO Arena, Manchester. Do not miss this.